What's up, YouTube? MAFishGuy here, coming at you with a video on the dangers of fish keeping. Now, this is something true to my heart. I've had a lot of losses through the fish keeping hobby, so I just want to talk to you guys about the dangers of fish keeping before you get into this hobby, because there are a lot of dangers to really take into consideration before you get into this hobby. Number one being, sorry, hold on one second. Drinking while doing water changes or any type of fish tank maintenance is a huge danger. You could get such a good buzz on that the ideas start to flow and your tank might become better because of it. But it is a danger. Trust me. The more you drink, the more likely you're able to fall into your fish tank and drown. I've seen this happen plenty of times. You have too much to drink, you're having too much fun, you're doing too many water changes at once, you forget which tank you're in, you start rushing around, your python's in this tank, but you're draining from this tank, and all of a sudden you fall in the tank and you drowned. And then your poor wife and kids come downstairs and they find you belly up, just like a fish, floating in the tank. Danger number one. Beware of drinking and having too much fun while doing a water change or any type of fish maintenance. Danger number two. Disease. Number one being Ebola. Number two being AIDS. Two diseases that you cannot get from doing the fish tank, but you should still watch out for them. You know, protect yourself while exchanging with any of the opposite sex or the same sex, however you roll. This really has nothing to do with the fish keeping hobby. I just, want to make you guys aware of the diseases that are in the world right now. But while taking care of your fish tank, keep that in the back of your mind. Right back here. There are diseases in this world. Be careful. Now, I've done a lot of research, and the number three danger of fish keeping is aquascaping. It can literally cause brain damage and insomnia. Staring at your fish tank for hours and hours and hours, planning on where you're going to put stuff, scrambles your brain and will ruin your career at your work, because you'll stay up way too late trying to figure out what's going on with your fish tank and where you want to put this rock and where this plant goes. It's a real danger, and this may prevent you from actually even getting into the fish hobby, is deciding where you want to put a rock or a plant. Very, very dangerous. Now, I know this video may be depressing as all hell and may keep a lot of you from actually even getting into the fish hobby, but this is important information for you to understand before you even get into the fish hobby. Number four, glass is a part of all of our fish tanks. Now, say you happen to walk downstairs with a sledgehammer and run into your tank and it shatters. Picking up the glass can be a real issue. You definitely want to be careful when you're picking up glass, because you could cut yourself. You could get a little tiny scrape, and if your fish have Ebola or the HIV, then you could get that. And if you're drunk while doing that, carrying a sledgehammer into a tank and picking up glass, all in the same time trying to do a water change on a different tank, well, then you're in a whole world of hurt right there. That's a big danger. Don't ever drink trying to do a water change and carry a sledgehammer anywhere near your tanks. It's just a recipe for disaster. Trust me. So, number five, tornadoes. You really need to check the weather channel before you do any type of fish tank maintenance. Whether you're cleaning a filter, doing a water change, just acclimatizing fish, check the weather channel and make sure that there are no tornadoes in sight. Now, if you're like me and you have a huge fish tank room in your basement, you might be all set, because that's where my whole family goes when tornado warnings happen. That being said, Also, when you're checking the Weather Channel, tsunamis. Watch out for tsunamis. If there's even the slightest case of a tsunami warning, only do one water change. Limit yourself to one water change with a tsunami warning. Tornadoes, forget about it. Just skip everything. If there's a thunderstorm in the forecast, you might lose electricity. If there's a tornado, you might get all the tanks flying around the room and then down on your head, in which case, rest in peace. You're screwed. Big one. Watch the Weather Channel before you do any type of fish maintenance. Trust me. All these tips will keep you from ever joining the fish hobby, and this is what this video is all about. There's a lot of people in the fish hobby, and it's getting overcrowded. YouTube is flooded with fish keeping videos. I am trying to make you not want to have a fish tank at all. So, danger number 6, falling in love with your fish and having an affair. This will ruin your home life. Everything you know and love with your kids, your family, your girlfriend, your wife, your parents. Falling in love and having an affair with your fish will ruin it all. Every part of it will be gone. Your wife will leave you, your kids will hate you, and you will spend your days in somber making love to your fish. Which goes back to my danger number 2, HIV. You must be careful with making love to your fish. It is a very, very real danger. Sexually transmitted disease with your fish will ruin your life and yourself. And then what are you going to do? Alone, drinking, doing water changes, waiting for the tornado to hit, right after tsunami comes, you're left with nothing. Trust me. You do not want to fall in love with your fish. It is a recipe for disaster. And never drink while you're doing water changes. Now, danger number 7. The list goes on and on, folks. Please, please. Whatever you do, trust me on these dangers. It will avoid you doing anything in the fish keeping hobby. Clipping your plants. With scissors, no less. Do you know how dangerous scissors can be? Going from tank to tank with scissors, you could fall down and impale your heart and die if you have scissors. What I recommend is letting your thumb and your index finger nail grow a little bit longer than normal and try to scissor your way through the plants with those. Now, it might seem ridiculous, but it is a lot safer than scissors. Trust me. You don't want to have scissors anywhere near your tank. Just think, you're going from one tank to the next, boom, you're dead, just like that. Bleeding out all over the floor, and no one knows what happened to you. The police come, the ambulance comes, all you're trying to do is cut some plants. You're dead. That's it. That being said, if you have high tanks and you have to get up on a step ladder, even a stool 6 to 8 inches off the ground, I don't even want to hear of you people doing this. You could fall and break your neck. And if you don't fall and break your neck and you fall on an aquarium and the aquarium glass breaks and slices your jugular wide open or your femoral artery, I'm getting paranoid and nervous just thinking of you guys climbing up 6 to 8 inches on a stool to do a water change. Dolly, I know you got high tanks. Please, please be careful when you're doing a water change. I recommend the buddy system for any fish tank maintenance. Preferably if you have, someone from the ages from 18 to 36 that can be with you. If you feel like you're going to fall and, you call for your buddy, and he's right there to catch you. It's like the trust fall. He'll be right behind you while you're doing your fish tank maintenance. Just in case. If you fall off, you could sprain an ankle. You could impale yourself with scissors. You could drown. Never mind the glass that shatters everywhere when you're carrying a sledgehammer. My goodness. Just hope you're not drinking doing any of this, because we don't want any fun happening in this hobby. No fun at all. This is serious business. Everything has to be by the book. Speaking of books, I recommend you keep a log of everything you're about to do, just as if you're going to hike out into the wild. People need to know. So when you're going to do a water change, I recommend you text your wife and your parents, send a letter in the mail to your in-laws, because, you know, you don't want them to find it out too soon that you're doing a water change. And let them know what you're doing. This is dangerous, folks. I'm not even playing around here. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. So, that being said, this will wrap up this depressing video on the dangers of the fish keeping hobby. Keep in mind, whenever you're doing anything with your fish tanks, let people know. Don't be afraid. Spread the word. And always protect yourself. They make huge, huge condoms that will go all the way up each one of your arm, wrap it over your head, all the way down to your legs. I, myself, have a hazmat suit. It's in my closet, over here. Anytime I do any type of maintenance, I put on this. You know, my mother-in-law got me this. It's some mail, chain mail, that I got. It's 16th century from England, completely covered with metal, in case I get, you know, you don't want to get impaled with scissors. And then I put the hazmat suit over that. And I make sure that there's no alcohol in the house whatsoever. And I make sure everybody knows what I'm doing. I send mass text messages out to all my boys, everybody. Everybody knows exactly what I'm doing. So when I go to clip a few plants, I'm safe. This is MAFishGuy. Dangers of the fish keeping hobby. Please, please, be safe. Good night. MAFishGuy, my boy, my partner in crime. Hope you liked this video. Ball busting your ass. Anyway, I had a good time with this one. Hope you did. Can't wait to see your payback for this. And speaking of MAFishGuy, visit his channel. Visit his channel. Visit my channel. What's in your backyard contest entry? You got 6 days left. Great prizes. Sponsored by Aqueon, Tetra. We got tanks. We got filters. We got water conditioners. These are the best prizes you're going to find on YouTube. Trust me. Enter the contest. Go visit our channels. The rules are very simple. We've got tons and tons of prizes, including a 10-gallon aquarium kit, a 30-gallon aquarium kit, all sorts of filters and water conditioners and food and everything, sponsored by Tetra and Aqueon. Do it up. This is Mike from Mass Aquariums, Ball Bustin', MAFishGuy. Visit our channel, New England Fish Guys. Enter the contest. Great, great prizes. I'm out.